So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the cell model project that we're going to be working on next. We're going to be creating a cell model with things we can find around our house. The design must follow the following criteria. It must be some kind of eukaryotic cell, so preferably a plant or animal cell that can be found easily in Google Images. So if you search, you can find a lot of ideas. And I'm going to have a resource that I'm going to talk about you guys in this video that actually has a really cool picture that you can use as a sample. It must include all parts of the cell, and they must be labeled. And the materials that you use must be found in your home. Some ideas are things which are edible, like baking supplies, cereal, rice, pasta, etc. But you can also use Play-Doh or paper cutouts, desk supplies, Legos. You can use sticks and stones and leaves. Be creative. You can do whatever you want, so long as the representations of the organelles that you actually do look similar to the ones that actually are in textbooks or actual models, like the ones that I put on my resource document. Okay, you can do this as a drawing or a sketch, or a 3D, which is what I prefer. It is really up to you. The only thing you cannot do is find a model online and simply trace it. It has to be your model. Be unique and creative. The top 3 will actually earn a prize. To get an even better score, you can actually include a key that talks about the self functions of each of the parts and how the parts work together to achieve the job of the cell. Submit by posting a picture on a key document on Summit and hit submit on the final product, which actually looks like this. The top, you have a place that you can choose the actual cell that you're doing, then a place to put your pictures. Don't forget to not throw out anything that you actually use, because if you have a chance to revise it, you might want to keep the stuff that you used so you can actually redo it without too much effort. Finally, this is an example of what a key that you could include to try to get a higher score if it's not already a part of your model. That's right. You can find a creative way to incorporate this information within your model itself. But if not, you can make a table like this, put the organelle names on the left side, then a description of the organelle, something that talks about what it does for the cell, and even better score, you can talk about the relationships or how those organelles relate to other organelles within the cell. So that's really, really awesome. And that's how the final product looks like. I also attached both to Summit and the Google Classroom a support document that's called Eukaryotic Cell Model Project Guide. And in it, it talks a little bit more about the objectives of the project. It gives you a little bit of background about the cells and a lot of support materials, including a cell wrap that's really cool, a Packet X that is attached to the PFA that has more information about the cell parts, some virtual labs, and a really awesome video by Harvard that is like as if you are inside of the cell, which is mind-blowing. Finally, it lists the materials that you can use again and the requirements we just talked about, a really awesome picture model of an animal cell with all the parts labeled. Only thing missing here is the functions and the relationships, but pretty much something like this would be perfect, except remember, you cannot trace it. Finally, a plant cell model. You can see the differences here. It has a large vacuole to store water, which helps plants maintain its shape, and they need a lot of water for photosynthesis, and that's because they also have the chloroplasts, which animal cells do not have. And they also have cell walls, so it helps maintain a rigid structure. It helps those stems actually stay upright. And because of that, they're more boxy and fixed shape, while animal cells have a lot of flexible shapes and different kinds of setups. Finally, you have another example of that sample key that we already talked about, a list of organelles with all the cell types that actually have them, and some samples from previous students that I've had that have done models, plant cells, and you can see how they actually look like in here as well. On my next video, I'm going to be breaking down in more detail a little bit more advice on how to do well in modeling in general, including how I'm going to actually be grading this using the rubric. So it's really smart to watch that. I'll see you guys then.